Alrighty, so it's 10 o'clock. I think we should go ahead and get started. I know at least up here it's a little bit rainy today, so I'm sure we'll have some people logging on over the next few minutes. But really what we wanted to do today is introduce you to our newest platform, Testimonial Tree. I think you guys are really going to like it, and it's hopefully going to be really, you guys don't have to do anything. It's only going to help your business. It's going to be able to provide you with access to reviews. It'll automatically send reviews to your clients. So we kind of wanted to show you what the portal looks like today. And I have Brian, who's the VP of Sales and Partnerships. And then I also have Jessica on here, who is the Director of Customer Success. Hey, Jonathan. So Justin's going to kind of walk you through the platform just so you guys can see it. And before we kind of do that, so this is going to be linked in through Mac Center. So I know whenever we launch a new platform, like the first question people ask is, I have to remember another password. So you don't have to do that with Testimonial Tree. You're actually going to log in through Mac Center to access it. But in order to do that, you just have to click into Marketplace one time so we can send you access to it. So really, maccenter.com, Marketplace, just is highlighting the icon on here. And then once you click into it, it essentially activates your Marketplace account. And then we can send you access to your Testimonial Tree account as well. So I'll send that out in the recap just if anyone has any questions. It seems like really simple and like you're doing something wrong, but you're not. You literally just have to click it. But yeah, so with that being said, I'll let Jessica and Brian kind of take over, walk you through the platform. And of course, as always, if you guys have questions, put them in the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we're very excited about this.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Again, my name is Jessica, and I'm going to be walking you guys through the dashboard and kind of giving you a little bit more information about Testimonial Tree. We are very excited to be a new service for you guys to use. And just like Sarah said, you know, this platform is amazing because it's going to be automated for you guys. So there's so much that it's going to do for you. And then I'm going to show you a couple other things that if you want to log in and continue sharing some of the great feedback that you've collected, you know, you can always do that by sharing to your social sites. I just wanted to go over, so Testimonial Tree, we have an integration built out with SkySlope, and that's that automation piece. So we are going to be able to automatically send out survey requests on your behalf to your clients. We're going to send out a seller survey and a buyer survey. And we're going to be able to, you know, get some feedback for you guys. They've got a couple of questions. I'll go through the survey in a little bit. And then they're going to submit that. You will receive an email every time you have a completed survey, so you can always log in. And like Sarah said, you're going to be able to access that through, and I hope I get this right, Sarah, through Mac Center, or is it through the other one, through Marketplace? Marketplace, right? They'll be able to get into Testimonial Tree, I think, through Marketplace. You'll be able to get into the dashboard, and you'll be able to look at your collected reviews and your surveys. So when you log in, this is what it's going to look like. Testimonial Tree is going to break out your total number of surveys collected, and we're also going to list out your testimonials that are collected. We're going to give you an average star rating for both the survey and the testimonials. We'll list out your collected surveys. You'll always be able to log in and click it and view your collected surveys. And you'll always also be able to click right into the testimonial itself. One thing I also want to make sure I note is with SkySlope, I want to make sure that you are both providing your clients email and phone number. That's how we actually are able to send out that request to them. You can have both of those in there, or one or the other. We'll be able to either email or text message the survey request to your client. And we also want to make sure that whatever email address you are using within Mac Center is the same one that you have in SkySlope. That's how we're able to connect those two platforms and make sure that we send out that survey request on your behalf. So every day we're going to run this connection with SkySlope, and we'll send out requests on your behalf to your clients. And like I said, when they've completed it, you'll get an email, and you'll be able to click in through the email or go in through your Marketplace and get into the platform. The great thing about Testimonial Tree, like we said before, is that you can also share any of the feedback that you've collected. You know, we really value giving you the opportunity to help grow your business by collecting these testimonials to help tell your story. And then if you can take that and put it into as many places as possible, you know, you can widen your base of clients, which is awesome. We will have an automatic connection with Booge, so any positive testimonials that you collect through the survey will automatically post to the website through a widget, which is fantastic. So, you know, again, if this is something that you don't have a ton of time to put into right away, we're going to help you collect those stories, and we're going to help you get that out onto the website through the connection that we have with Booge. We'll also be able to connect to any other websites that you have. If you have any websites outside of Booge, we also have widgets that you'll be able to pop into, and you'll be able to copy and paste a widget code, and you'll be able to put that into the back end of a website. So you've got a separate website outside of Booge, and you want to also be able to display all of your positive feedback. Super simple, and I'm going to provide Sarah with some articles on how you guys can get into where I just went and put that widget code into your website. And you can also, like I mentioned before, get to your testimonials to share them on social sites. You know, I know how important it is to be able to share your story on your Facebook and your Twitter accounts, and also Instagram. When you log into Testimonial Tree and you went to Testimonials and Manage, this is going to be the page where you're going to see all of your collected feedback. You'll be able to see your star rating. You'll be able to see the date and time and who left that testimonial for you. You'll be able to see if it's published to the widgets, meaning it's already on your Booge site. We utilize the star rating 1 through 5. So anything that's collected that's a 4 or 5 star review will automatically get posted or automatically get published for you. Anything that's a 1, a 2, or 3 star review, you'll still always get that email to let you know about that, but we typically then don't publish that publicly, but it'll always be in your platform. You can always reach back out to your client if something maybe didn't go as expected, but you want to be able to, you know, get back out to that client, let them know that you kind of heard what they said and see if you can kind of help them with anything. It'll always still be here for you to access. And then to share, you're going to go to your actions and share testimonial. And this is where you can get, like I said, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, and Twitter. So you've got access with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You're going to just click and you'll be able to share and post your testimonial on your social sites. Going back one, you can also add testimonials. And I didn't before, so I'm going to go over it now. I think, Brian, let me know if I missed any steps here, but when you first log in and you set up your account through Marketplace, you will also have an option to connect your Google, your Facebook, and your Zillow accounts. So if you have any existing testimonials already out there, you will be able to actually import those into your account. So when you first log in, you're already going to have great content in your account that you're gonna then be able to, you know, have, like I said, linked to your website through Booge. Any other website that you have, if you implement our widget, they'll get displayed there. And if you had maybe a review on Google, but it wasn't on Facebook and you wanted to share it to Facebook, now that it's in your platform, you'll always be able to go to your actions and share. If you skip that step, though, during that initiation, and you don't connect your Google and you don't connect Facebook or Zillow, or maybe you only have time to connect one, and you later want to go back and add a testimonial, you always have an option to add an existing testimonial into your platform. You have that option right here from your Manage, and you also have that option right here with Add Testimonial. So again, this is going to be a great resource to have one centralized place of all of your collected feedback, and then we'll help to display it in as many places as possible. We have another feature called the testimonial collection page. While we are going to be automating all of your requests, slow, you know, you might also have or may need a way to ask a testimonial for someone who isn't currently a client. So maybe it's someone that you worked with 6 months ago, a year ago. Maybe it's someone you work closely with, like it's a home inspector, landscaper, plumber, anyone that you've got a great working relationship with who can continue to help tell your story. We want to be able to provide you with an opportunity to request that testimonial, and you can do that through our Collect Testimonial right here. You can send an email straight from the dashboard. You can send a text message from the dashboard. What you're sending is going to be your collection page. And here's your collection page. This is going to have your headshot. It's going to have your name. It's going to have your star rating and the opportunity to collect that testimonial. Again, this is a great piece to utilize at any point in time whenever you want to ask for a testimonial from someone who's not a current client, so someone who's not going to be going through that SkySlope transaction. Again, past clients, anyone that you've got a great working relationship with, this is just, again, going to be a great feature for you to collect testimonials and have that in your platform. You can also copy a link from right here and put this in your own email. So if you ran into an old client at the food store and you had a great time catching up with them and you thought to yourself, you know, I have never asked for a testimonial request. You know, this might be someone I can actually get one from. If you want to, instead of sending an email straight from our dashboard, and you kind of want to personalize that request, you can copy either of these two links and put it into an email and request a testimonial that way. You can also put this link into your email signature. I have a link in my signature to schedule a meeting with me at any point in time. You know, you can put this link in your email signature, so you're always providing an opportunity to any past, future, or current clients to leave a testimonial just by copying and pasting this into your email signature. We also have a link to view testimonials. This is a great place. This is going to have all of your positive feedback in one place as well. So it's another public-facing page. I'm going to show you what Sarah's looks like as an example. This is our testimonial tree public directory. So this is going to be a great place. It's going to have some contact information. It's going to actually provide an opportunity to collect testimonials. And then, Sarah, I don't have your testimonial published here, but anything that's going to be brought in, like I mentioned, when you create your account, and if you link that Google, Facebook, and Zillow, and you import your existing testimonials, they can get published to this directory site. And now you've got this link that you can utilize in your email signature, or you can send to anyone who maybe wanted to, you know, view some of your past testimonials, and it'll have all of your positive feedback right here for them to read through. And that, again, was located under Testimonials and Collect. And right here, click to view my testimonials. I also have clients that utilize both of these in their email signature. So that's something that you can use. You can always provide the opportunity to collect the testimonial and also the opportunity for clients to view testimonials. Surveys, as I said before, again, those are going to be automated. So you're not going to be ever requesting a survey on your behalf. You can always see the surveys that have been sent out on your behalf. When you click on the survey link here, we'll list out all of your surveys that have been sent out. Your review generation, so Testimonial Tree wants to continue collecting great feedback for you. After a client completes that survey, and it's a positive survey, it's a 4- and a 5-star review, we're going to redirect your clients to Google to continue leaving great reviews for you. I'm going to show you real quickly what that survey looks like as well, so you can see. First, we're going to send out this email, and this is going to go to your clients, and they're going to have an opportunity to click into the stars. And when they click into it, they're going to be taken to your survey. So we utilize the same star rating that we did in that testimonial collection. And then they're going to answer some questions on your behalf, and they're going to submit. And again, if it was a 4- and a 5-star review, after they click submit, we're going to take them to Google. If it was a 1, 2, or 3-star, we'll thank them for the feedback. And that's, again, when you'll get notified. You'll receive an email for all of your surveys, whether it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star review. So you always have an opportunity to go back and review that. Under our reporting, you can always click in the survey dashboard if you wanted to run a quick report on your surveys that have gotten sent out. You can always look by your date range up here. We've got year to date, last month, last week. Select a range. You're going to select a survey. You can choose either seller survey, buyer survey. If you leave it as choose survey, it'll run a report for all of them. You apply your filters and run a report. We're going to let you know, like I mentioned, how many surveys were sent, how many were completed. We'll give you a completion rate, an average star rating, and we'll also tally your NPS score. Your online directory can also be accessible straight from the dashboard. That's right here. And then I always like to point out our Help Center. This is a great place to go if you have any questions. We've got articles that are here. I will be sending some for Sarah as well, so she can have some of these great articles for you guys. And then also you've got your tickets. If you ever need to submit a support ticket, you can always do that straight from the dashboard. I'm going to go back up to the top and open it up for questions. And I'm sorry if I ran through that a little quick. I was a little nervous today. Excited about the partnership. So yeah, I'm sorry if I went a little fast, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Can I ask, so when you said you share it to Facebook, does that share it as a post or it shares it as a review, one of the reviews on Facebook, or how does that go through?
It's going to go through as a post. So when you click on Facebook, if you've already been logged into Facebook, like on my computer here, which I think I'm logged in, I don't think I've ever logged out, it's going to automatically open up for you. If you hadn't logged in yet on that device, it will ask you to log in real quickly. It's going to give you the option, because I'm logged in on my account here, or excuse me, on my device here on my personal account. If that was the last place you were logged in, you will have an option to select a different page. So if you've got your personal page and you also have your realtor page, you can post it to either of those. You'll just toggle between which page to share to. And then it's going to give you an opportunity to say something about that. So that's where it's a post. So, you know, if Sarah wanted to share this one, she might say, you know, oh, I'm so glad I could help you find your dream home. You know, it was a pleasure working with you guys. And then below that, it's going to have the actual testimonial, and it'll link the website as well. So the RE/MAX website will be linked in the post.
Yeah, one thing too to think about too is that you'll be able to port in your reviews. So from Google, Facebook, and Zillow, we'll actually pull in the reviews. So think of that as reputation monitoring, and now you can repurpose that content as posts. And then we also have the ability, we have what's called an image generator. So like things like Instagram, where you can download and create a really beautiful post with your logo and your headshot and the testimonial and any social platform. Part of that feedback workflow is going to be that survey and a testimonial request. And then we'll prompt the customer to share on social as a post and link back to your Boosh website. And then the third step is, would you give me a review somewhere else? So like, let's say if you have Google in here, or you have Zillow, or you have Facebook, your client can also write your review on there. And when they write a review there, it'll pull in as well. So we're trying to get the word out as in many places as possible and make it really simple for your client. And then that way you can repurpose it for marketing, for your listing presentations, and generate word of mouth.
Can I ask for some clarification on something?
Mm-hmm.
It's gone back and forth a couple times about the testimonials being written here, or the testimonials being written on Google, or the testimonials being written on Zillow, or you know, what have you. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but I was under the impression that this would be where people would write the reviews and then we share them to all those places. Are we still going to be in a position where we need to request views through Zillow or other places?
So you currently also ask for reviews through Zillow? Did I understand that correctly?
Would we continue to need to?
To need to. You wouldn't have to, because as Brian just mentioned, we can actually connect your Zillow review page right into your review generation. And so right here, if I go to review and manage, here we got Google has been linked in here. So this Google page is linked, will get linked in here, but you can add a site. So you can actually add your Google review link, and you can save that in here. And what's going to happen then is, again, the initial request will be automated through the SkySlope integration. And so that review will go out, and you'll be able to collect the testimonial through the survey there. And then if it's positive, if they left that 4 or 5 star review, we can take them to your Zillow site to leave a review there as well. So we will be able to link it. So I don't think you'll need to separately send out a request to Zillow. Like I said, because we'll be able to connect it here. Brian, were you going to add in that something there?
Yeah, I think, and this is, your question is pretty valid, because a lot of times this kind of stuff gets a little convoluted, right? Like, let's think about Google and Zillow. They're not friends, right? They both sell leads. They both sell advertising, right? So we can request, you know, the testimonial. It can be shared and published in multiple places. ask them to share it, and then ask you to write a review on, say, Zillow or Google as an option. So a lot of your clients may or may not be referrals, right? And they may not have a Zillow account to write a review. They still have to log in and authenticate that review. Same thing for Google, same thing for Facebook reviews. Any of what we call third-party review sites, your client will be prompted to click into your Google listing. It'll drop them right in to write a review. If they have a Gmail address, we'll actually auto-log them in. So we try to make that process easy, but there are still, your client still has to authenticate the review, meaning they have to log into Zillow, but we drop them right into that write a review page today. Unfortunately, there's not a way to kind of publish or do one review and then go everywhere, but we can get in about 90% of the places that you want it. And then the ones that are like Google, Facebook, and Zillow, they're kind of a 1-to-1 ratio. You publish on Zillow or request that review, they authenticate it, it pulls in your Zillow profile, and then we'll actually pull it into Testimonial Tree so you can repurpose that content and share it and publish to your Booge website. We also have the ability, we have a syndication partnership with Realtor.com. So any testimonial or review in your account, if you have a profile, you can paste a key in one time and we'll sync content between your Testimonial Tree account and Realtor.com as well. So if you're thinking like you've got a lot of reviews kind of stored up, we'll be able to authenticate those and send those without having to do a secondary ask. Hopefully that answers that.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, if somebody writes a review and that person does not have, we'll say, a Zillow account, the review that they write cannot be shown on Zillow. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, because Zillow requires a client to create an account or have an account and actually authenticate the review, meaning they log in to authenticate who that review is. It's very similar to like Google My Business is the same way. They have to have a Gmail account or be on a mobile device to authenticate. Facebook's the same way. If somebody doesn't have a Facebook account, they can't give you a Facebook review. So if you think about the testimonial tree portion of the feedback is a easy way to give feedback without them having to log in somewhere. And then once we know they're happy, so that 4 and 5 star, part of that feedback process will be, hey, would you also give me a review on Google, Zillow, or Facebook? So let's say you have all 3 of those connected. There's a quick copy little button, and then they just click the button. It'll drop them right into Zillow. They can literally just paste it right there. So we make it really simple. So hopefully that kind of answers that question. And some of this will be in some of the support materials too, if you guys have any other questions around that.
Hey, so I have a problem, I think. I have a different email address for SkySlope and for Booge. So what will I have to do about that?
Are you able to update it in SkySlope? Are you able to change it to the one that you're using with Booge?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, this is the first I heard of having to have the same thing. So
yeah,
I will try. So it's better to use the one with the remax.net.
correct, because that's the one that we're going to be pulling over when your account is created. So if you are able to have that updated in SkySlope, that would be great, because that's how we'll be able to, like I said, kind of connect the 2 platforms. So we know that when we send that email, this will be on your behalf. So that's what we want to be able to have to say your name so that your clients recognize you, right? So they'll be able to complete that survey on your behalf.
Okay. So Sarah, are you on there?
Sarah, yeah. Sarah, you might, let me ask you this, and Sarah, you might know the answer to this. If on Mac Center we have our remax.net email address, but we're having everything for that address forwarded to another email address, and that secondary email address is the one we use for everything, except Mac Center. Will that still work okay? Since it's being forwarded?
So if it were me, and I guess it sounds like we need to update them, I would just update your SkySlope one to your Remax one, and it's still going to forward to the email that you're currently using, like if it's a Gmail or anything like that. So if anyone wants, I can go ahead and log into people's accounts in SkySlope and update 2 Remax email addresses if you'd like. Maybe just message me in the chat so I can get a list. And all that would really do is update your username in SkySlope to your remax.net email. Everything else would
have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sue,
and you'll see,
that for you.
yeah, we'll forward those emails. So if you have that forward already and you're used to using your other personal email, that's perfect. And the only thing that you'll see when you see those notifications come through where it says, congrats, you got a testimonial, and you want to log in, you do still have to authenticate through the Mac Center and the marketplace using your Remax login. And now a lot of that's for security because you guys will own and control this content. Testimonial Tree is just the application for helping you collect it, monitoring, and sharing it. So you guys will own and control that content and kind of dictate where it publishes and doesn't. It also is for all the apps within the marketplace. So I know marketplace is new to a lot of folks. They just released it. As you guys roll out new capabilities within the marketplace and different things to run your business, the more you can have everything on that centralized Remax email, the better, because everything will just work for you and you won't have to go out and manually set things up.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
No problem.
Any other questions? I'm looking through the chat.
I did put some things in the chat sent just to the presenter.
And just so I understand, for Testimonial Tree, it's essentially its purpose is for building out online reviews. That is its purpose.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, because we know you guys are busy out selling homes, right? And your focus is around making happy buyers and sellers. And what we want to do is try to automate that collection process and make it really simple for your customer to leave feedback. There's going to be reminders too. So after settlement, the email and text will go out. You know, like I said, that trigger in SkySlope, it'll send out on behalf from Testimonial Tree branded for you and the brokerage. They can click into it, right? Either email or text. And then there'll be up to 2 additional email reminders. So if they don't complete it on the first one, they do have the opportunity to opt out or they'll get reminded. And so you should see at least a minimum of a 30% completion rate. A lot of agents talk about it in the sales cycle and tell them how important it is to help others learn about the service you provide. Some agents in the 70–80% completion range. So as you kind of work this into your sales process and then get as many reviews online, and at the end of the day, what we're really trying to do for you is make it very simple to collect them, get them published and shared as many places as possible without taking a lot of your time. And then when somebody, let's say a referral, does a Google search for your name in the brokerage, that your first page of Google results looks really good, right? There's lots of places with stars in search. And we're also going to be powering stars on your Bouge website. And if you have your own personal website, if you add our widget to your website, a lot of times Google picks that up with the stars and search results. So it's an easy way to double your web traffic. And that way your reputation will look really good online. You have a centralized place for all the content. And as folks start building out their reputation, we look for feedback from Remax. Are there other websites that you guys want this content on? So I know Bouge is building out a CMA tool. We also have other tools if you're using Cloud CMA, CMA Toolkit, Moxie Present. We do have integrations with them, and they're in the little support area where you can send this content and authorize it to go there, similar to what we do for Realtor.com as well.
Okay.
Any other questions? So timeline-wise, oh, was there a question, Jessica?
I was just going to say, someone just wanted me, I think, to show how to add again a testimonial. And I don't know if you answered it. I just saw that question real quickly in the chat. Just to show you again, if you did not connect Google, Facebook, Zillow during initiation and you did want to add one later, you can just copy and paste into the add existing testimonial. You know, we always ask that you include the name of the author. If you're copying from Zillow, Google, Facebook, please include that right here where it says author's company, organization, or relationship with, about the date and time that you had collected that. And then, you know, you're going to want to have it published on all of your available marketing sites and widgets and save. So it's pretty quick, easy to add if you're going to do that. And it may not happen that often, but you may even get a handwritten testimonial. I have a client, or excuse me, a neighbor who is a realtor, and her client actually hand wrote her and sent her a gift as thank you. And they actually also use Testimonial Tree. And she was able to just add that testimonial, even though it was a handwritten letter, just by going through to testimonials and add. So just wanted to point that out.
Awesome.
Yeah, the nice thing is that if you connect your third-party sites, we're going to be syncing and updating it. So as you get more reviews come in, those will automatically pull into your account. And then some other things too is that we're looking to do more partnerships with companies. So you guys will have control on whether or not you want to share that content to other websites. And so we'll be looking for that feedback. I know some folks have mentioned House and a few other websites. The other thing to think about is, you know, just kind of embedding it in your process, right? And then a lot of folks will make this kind of fun, right? There's some cool ways to make posts out of it. And you can always export the content anytime, reuse it for other things. I have people using different apps to create really pretty posts. Like we have a very simple image generator in there that you can use on different social things. And you can boost the post. So we have folks that do that on Facebook where they take that image and creates an image of it. You can also add a picture or video after the fact. So your client, if they're on a mobile device, a lot of times they'll just add in a video testimonial or upload a picture at closing. But you can do it after the fact as well. And then the image generator is really cool for creating little fun posts that you can share on social.
Yeah,
So
this is
everything will be automated for you though.
on the same page where you can share to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. This is where the image generator is. And as Brian mentioned, this will actually download your testimonial as an image. So you can, like he also said, post to Instagram that way. So if you save the image, you can upload that Instagram or any social site. And I was going to mention too, Brian, I have noticed with some of our other clients that add a picture feature is great, especially for the agents, because sometimes clients, you know, don't actually add that picture at closing, but agents love that they can go back in later and they have that picture of them in front of the house or at the closing table, something along those lines. And you're still always able to add that image so that it'll display in the widget. And it's just a nice feature to have.
There was one question in the chat, reviews from Redfin website. Can those be automatically added, or is it a kind of a manual entry, copy and paste like you showed?
Yeah, right now it's manual. I'll take that note down. I'll see if they have an API to be able to connect like we do for Facebook, Zillow, and Google. I think we wanted to start with those three. That seemed to be the one that most agents had. I'll double check and see what they're, you know, if we can do that connection as well.
Okay, perfect. And then another question, one agent has a WP plugin that has a ton of reviews on it. Would those have to be manually transferred as well, or could we do like a bulk upload for that?
Yeah, we can do a one-time bulk upload. If through support, you can send a support ticket. Only thing we ask is that you put it in like an Excel document. And we can send you a little template for that. So it's, you know, like what's the star rating, the date of the review, the reviewer, and the comment. And then we can bulk import that into your Testimonial Tree account. You know, if it's, I'd say any more than 5, you'll probably want to bulk send them to us and we'll import them in your account for you. Or you can, like Jessica was kind of showing you, you can add them individually. But like I said, we're trying to make this easy for you. So if you have that and you have the ability to export in Excel, we can do that for you.
And I saw someone asked about widgets. I will send an article on that again, but when you go to manage your widgets, you'll be able to copy the code. You can get the JavaScript code right here, and you can email that to your web IT person, whoever manages any other websites that you have where you want to add that widget. So you'll be able to get it right here. Just click on the get code, copy and paste that JavaScript code, and you can email that and have that put into any other website.
And then there's one more question, it looks like, about is there any check or audit to ensure people are not falsifying testimonials by manually entering ones?
Yeah, you'll see in the managed testimonials, you'll see the source of the feedback. So if somebody found like your directory listing or they added it from the website widget on your Boosh website where it's non-transactional or somebody just randomly did it, you guys will have control over the content. So if somebody does that review and it doesn't, and it's not valid, you can disable it from the website displays.
So that's good to know, but kind of what I was meaning is, say that you have someone who's a little dishonest and they want to beef up their reviews, and they can just claim that they have all these reviews that they're putting in. Is there any sort of way of like checking for that?
Well, the majority of our clients, about 98% of our clients, we're doing all the transactional feedback for them. So they're all verified through a transaction system.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a percentage of customers that are manually adding reviews, right? For you guys in Remax, we allow you guys to add them because we know that you've probably collected them from other places. And that other part too is that people can't fake the Zillow reviews. They can't fake Google reviews because we're actually have an API and connect into there. It's really a small percent. I think there's about a 0.5% that we see in our system where they may be fake reviews. And a lot of that we pick up through a sentiment filter, but we can't catch everything, right? So the majority of it is real and authentic. But yeah, there's going to be some things that it's not 100% fail safe because we've got people going in there adding stuff occasionally.
So don't do that, guys.
Yeah, it only hurt you because the other thing is that your customers, like there's a lot of studies out there, the way that they do when they're deciding or that interview process with an agent and they go do that search, right? Let's say I was referred by someone, did a great job for them, help them find their home, and they search for you online. That interview process starts there, right? That Google search, and they see enough of positive reviews on all those different sites. They know that that's their experience they can expect from you. So what we're doing is being proactive and asking customers, and that way you're differentiating yourself from other agents that may not have something like this that's constantly asking for feedback. And the majority of your places too, like I said, you've got feedback from other places that you can share it and get it out there. I've heard a lot of really great stories from our clients. We've got a lot of top performers. There's about 150,000 agents on the platform right now, and they've really helped grow their business.
Any other questions? So in terms of timeline and things like that, I know we've had a few dates thrown out. So we are going to, I guess, go live and start sending out invitations to everybody on Friday. And so from that point, kind of what Jessica and Brian had talked about, you can go into your Max Center account, go into Marketplace, and that's when you can go through, and if you want to link up your Google account and your Zillow account, you can do that during activation, and then pretty much you'll have access to your dashboard. So if you do have reviews that you want to import from some of the other platforms, if you're using them, you can definitely do that. Jessica, Brian, anything to add kind of in terms of getting up and running on it?
Yeah, no, I think that this partnership with Remax is really, really awesome. So we're connected into you guys. So when you log in for the first time, so the steps today, the takeaways from today is, log into your Max Center, click into Marketplace. That'll allow Sarah to actually assign a license to you from Testimonial Tree. And then once we assign that license to you, we'll send out an invitation or notification to log in. Upon that first login into Testimonial Tree in the Marketplace, it'll walk you through those steps. So it's like 3 or 4 steps. Do you want to connect to Google, Zillow, Facebook? Do you want to add a testimonial? And then you'll hit OK. It'll confirm all your information that's already in your Booge website and CRM and all that stuff. So it'll say, is this your right headshot? This your right logo? All that stuff is already taken care of for you. So you're really just kind of confirming the information. And then you'll start collecting. Like I said, the brokerage will be doing it for you. The other thing to think about is that they are going to be sending out on your behalf. So this is already paid for from the brokerage. They're providing this to you. And a lot of times brokerages, you kind of get a discount. You have to go do it on your own. So this has all been done for you, and to try and make it really simple for you guys. So kudos to Remax Executive.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, well, if there's no other questions, I'll send out a recap with just some takeaways and steps that you guys can follow. And then on Friday, when everything is good to go, I'll send out another notification so you guys know that you can go into your account and kind of get started. But if you guys have any questions or if anyone wants me to update SkySlope emails, anything like that, just let me know.
Thank you so much for your time today, guys. We're really excited and looking forward to seeing, some great success using this platform.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you guys later.